All right, y'all. So today I want to talk about what I call the three pillars of trading. Now, when I first got into trading and investing, I had no clear direction. And what ended up happening was I would make money and I would lose money. And I would make money and then I would lose money. And oftentimes I would lose more money than I made. And the reason is because I did not have these three things dialed down. So I'm going to go into them and break them down one by one. So make sure to like this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. I do believe that the information contained in this video can be very, very impactful in a positive way for many people. So I know it seems oversimplified, okay? But these are the three pillars of trading: strategy, risk management, and discipline. And I'm going to break each one of these down. But I know and I am certain that if a person can get these three things down, then they can actually start to have more success in the market. Okay, even if you haven't been in this market for a long time. If I could go back and tell myself, Jason, this before I started trading, Jason, you need to get these three things down. This basically will take years of trial and error and distill it down into three clearly defined pillars. Okay, and when I say clearly defined, I believe that if we want to have success in anything, we have to have a very clearly defined focus, a very clearly defined goal. What is our goal? Have a clear definition, and then have a roadmap. How do we get there? If we don't know how we're going to get to our destination, that's like getting into a car without any destination. Just start driving. You're never going to get anywhere, right? You're just going to burn gas, and it's not going to be a good time, okay? So the first pillar of trading, guys, is have a strategy. Have a strategy or a set of strategies that you use in order to, one, enter a trade, two, exit a trade, okay? Very, very important. You have to know in advance what type of trade setups you are looking for. Why is this so important? This is so important, guys, because if, for example, we don't know specific things that we are looking for to enter into a trade, we might end up trading based on emotion, right? The purpose of having a strategy is to remove emotion out of the equation and look objectively at what is happening on the chart and only enter into a trade if you see something that you have already determined in advance will get you into a trade, okay? The second aspect of this is knowing when to exit a trade. When do I take profit from this trade? Where do I put my stop loss on this trade? Okay? This is very, very important. You need to have every single day when you come to the charts, a strategy or multiple strategies that you are telling yourself, I am not going to enter a trade today unless this specific criteria for this specific strategy is met. Okay? Every single day when I come to the charts, I post kind of like a journal in my VIP Discord, where I am analyzing what is happening on the chart, and then I'm coming up with a plan, trades that I am looking at for today, okay? This is what I will post in the Discord. I will have key levels of support and resistance. I will then have clearly defined strategies. For example, I was looking to take a short from a specific level with specific confirmations on my indicator, okay? When you can come to the charts and have a strategy, it can allow you to, and this is Boyan also in the VIP Discord doing the same exact thing. All right, Boyan, an amazing trader. When you have this plan in advance, you can nail these trades because the long from down here, we were planning for a specific strategy in advance. When it happened, we had the criteria to enter the trade. It was a successful trade. With the short, same deal. We had the criteria to enter the trade, the level, the confirmations, excellent trade. Even the scalp that we took yesterday, same deal, okay? Now, the strategy can be anything, guys. And by the way, if you do want to join the VIP Discord, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. It's a great place to learn. You can see how other traders are doing it, what strategies they are using, kind of build upon your own strategy at patreon.com/Jason Casper. But my point here is the strategy that you use does not even matter. All right, the strategy that you use does not matter. And here's why. You can go on YouTube right now and you can search for people entering random trades. and being profitable over time because they're using good risk management. We're going to get to that later, okay? But if you think about it, you have a 50-50 shot of winning every single trade you enter, 50-50. So if you can take those odds of 50-50 and make it maybe 60-40 in your favor, 70-30 in your favor, 80-20 in your favor, then you have something that you can use and utilize this high win rate strategy to only enter into trades where you already have the advantage, okay? This is something that's very good about trading when it's compared to other forms of gambling, okay? A lot of people are like, you know what, Jason, trading's just gambling. You're a gambler. Guys, trading is not gambling, right? Because if you are going to a slot machine, you're going to pull that thing, right? You have no control over where those things stop. If you're trading, you have 100% control over where you enter a trade, when you enter a trade, if you enter a trade, how much you're going to risk, and how much potential reward you're going to get. We're going to get into that a little bit later, okay? But any strategy that you can have will give you an edge in these markets. This is very important. I've gone over strategies in my videos. You could use anything, RSI and Bollinger Bands, market Cipher B and support and resistance. If you want to learn the way I specifically trade, you can check out the 2 courses at learn.jasoncaspertrading.com. All right, this course will give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader, because it will teach you multiple strategies. It will teach you good risk management, and it will basically give you that blueprint so that you can come to a chart, make a plan, and execute if you get your specific criteria to enter that trade. This is so important. Once I understood that I am not here to chase price, I am not here to catch every move, I am here to have a strategy and abide by that strategy. That was a big game changer for me. And that leads me to the next thing, which is risk management, okay? Once you have a strategy that gives you more than a 50-50 shot, you then have to abide by good risk management. What is good risk management? Good risk management means you are setting yourself up so that your wins are always going to be more than your losses, and your losses are only going to cost you a fixed amount of money per loss. Okay, I'm going to get more into this in a second, but as I was saying before, the thing about trading that makes it different than gambling is the fact that you get to choose when and where you enter a trade. You might decide, I'm not going to take a trade today because nothing is presenting itself that abides by my strategy or gives me a setup where I can use good risk management. Okay, so let's kind of just talk a little bit about how to use good risk management. By the way, guys, make sure to follow me on Twitter. I am giving away $1,000 on Twitter. The January 1st, giving away $1,000 of Bitcoin, okay? And who knows? This might be worth a lot more in the next Bitcoin bull run, all right? So make sure to follow me on Twitter, guys. Make sure to share this video on all your social media, Twitters and all that. Get this info out to other people, guys. Now, I'm going to be talking about risk management. So what is risk management? There's 2 aspects to risk management. One, only risk between 0.5 to 3% of your total stack per trade, okay? What this means is that, and let's just use 1% as an example. If you are going to take 10 losses in a row, you should only lose 10% of your total account, okay? If you are losing more than 3% max per loss, you are setting yourself up for losing money, okay? The second aspect of risk management is making sure that you have more potential to get reward than you do risk per trade. Let me show you what I mean by that. Let's say I wanted to take a long right here, okay? I wanted to long Bitcoin, and I was going to set my take profit up at this level, okay? Now my stop loss has to go below the last swing low for reasons that, you know, if you don't know, make sure to learn some kind of, you know, I can't go into it all in this video, but right here we can see risk reward ratio 4.23. That means if this trade plays out in my favor, I will have the potential to earn 4 times more profit than my potential loss. Okay. If I'm only risking 1% of my account per trade, let's say I'm putting my total account onto the trade, or I'm using some leverage. Actually, in this instance, with a stop loss of 0.62%, you can use leverage to actually put a little bit more on the trade than you actually have, while still abiding by good risk management. For more info on that, check out the course at learn.jasoncaspertrading.com. But in this instance, I could take 3 losses in a row and lose 3% of my account. And on that 4th trade, I will win 4% on my total account, which will put me at about a break even, probably a little bit of net profit. The point here is I can take multiple losses in a row, and that 4th trade is going to now get me to around break even. Okay, now think about this. I could take 3 losses in a row and then have 2 wins and now be in profit, right? What we have to do is we have to identify where on the chart we were actually taking a trade. In this case, we would be taking along from support, and we would be targeting up to resistance, right? What we don't want to do is, let's say, take a trade where we're risking a lot more potential loss than reward, okay? We don't have to take every trade that presents itself, right? This is very, very, very important, okay? Once I understood that every single trade I'm taking, I'm risking a fixed amount, and every single trade I'm taking, I'm reaching to win more than I could potentially lose, when you combine that with a strategy, it's a total game changer, because you're not only putting the probabilities in your favor, but you're putting the math in your favor by saying, look, I know my strategy's good. I know I'm going to take losses. So therefore, I'm going to put myself in a position with my capital so that even if I'm taking losses, it's not going to set me back. I can actually get out ahead. I can come out ahead, right? Now, something else that's very important, if your setup position size goes along with risk management. Let's say, for example, I was going to take let's say that I'm trading and I'm going from support to resistance, right? And let's say we get something like this, right? Now, if I am entering a long position from down here, okay, and I'm targeting the highs and my stop loss goes under the low, I only need to have a 0.5% stop loss for good risk management here, okay? Which means I could technically take my whole account and use 2x leverage and put double the amount of money than I actually have onto the trade and still be only risking 1%, okay? Now, if I was going to be entering a trade here, let's say, and still shooting for the resistance, this is not as good of an entry, and so my stop loss would still have to go under that last swing low, which now means I have to put a smaller position size on the trade. Let's say that this time, instead of a 0.5% stop loss, I need a 1% stop loss. This means I would have to put half the position size on this trade as I did on this trade, okay? Half the position size on the trade here on the right than the trade here on the left, while still risking 1%, okay? We have to adjust our position size and our leverage according to our entry. And again, I go over this in the course if you want more information, but once you understand this, where you are in control of what trades you enter, you are in control of how much you risk, you are in control of how much you are going to lose, and you are in control of how much profit you are shooting for. Combine that with a good strategy, and you are good to go. And there's a lot of different ways to utilize risk management. Okay, you could take partial profits. There's a whole bunch of different things you could do. But in general, this is very, very key, because again, it's probabilities that we're putting in our favor that the trade will go our way. And then we have these stops in place, these safeties in place, so that when things don't go our way, it's not going to set us back. I know so many traders who are good at trading, but because they lack good risk management, they might blow a whole month of gains in one trade, 2 trades, because they didn't abide by good risk management. And I got burned so many times by getting overconfident, by saying, I've seen this setup so many times, I'm going to go for it with a bigger position size than I should, and I take a loss bigger than I should, and it sets you back. A big loss can really set you back. It could set you back a month. It could set you back more if you're being very risky, right? We don't want to do that. And that leads me to my third point, guys, which is discipline. Okay, discipline, and patience. When you come to the charts, you have to be patient and wait for a setup to present itself. Okay, if you are chasing price, you're going to get wrecked. If you have a strategy but then you decide not to abide by it, you're probably going to get wrecked. You need to know in advance what is going to get me into a trade. What trade am I looking for? How much am I going to risk? Where's my stop loss going to be? And then you have to be patient and wait for those things to present themselves to you. Wait for the trade to come to you. Trading is like fishing, right? It's like fishing. You're waiting for price to come to your levels. Like you're casting your rod out there and you're waiting for the fish to come to you. Don't jump into the water and try to catch the fish with your hand, guys. You're going to drown. Cast your line out. Wait for the fish to come to you. Eventually, you're going to catch a fish. You're not going to catch every fish in the sea. You're going to catch some fish. It's the same with trading. Have your plan. Wait for that trade to come to you. You're not going to catch every move, but you're going to catch those moves that you prepared for, right? Now, trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme, guys. Okay? It's not a get-rich-quick scheme for certain. What it is it's a process, okay? It is a process. Right? You have to fall in love with the process of coming up with a plan, and then once your plan comes into action, then boom, your trade gets triggered, right? Just like this college student majoring in cisgendered, non-binary carbon emissions who gets very triggered when she realizes you can't spell woman without men, okay? It will happen. Those trades will come to you. But here's the thing, guys. You have to fall in love with the process of trading, of doing your analysis, of coming up with your plans, and you need to get excited about that. You need to get excited about your analysis, excited about your plans, excited about the process. Once you start focusing on the money, boom, you're going to lose everything. I promise you. Once I got to a place where I stopped caring about the money that I was making and I started more so just enjoying the trading process, right? I became much more profitable because I stopped focusing on each individual trade, but more so on the process of this, right? People get wrapped up in the individual trade and look at this as a get-rich-quick scheme, as opposed to looking at this as more of an overarching, comprehensive system that you have to slowly grow an account over time, right? To slowly make gains over time. And that includes taking losses, right? But if you don't have the discipline and the patience to wait for your strategy and abide by that good risk management, you are going to get wrecked, okay? You could have number 1 and number 2 down, and number 3 will wreck you, all right? You could have the strategy and the risk management in place, but even if you have these things down and you know what you should be doing, if you don't have that discipline to do it and the patience to do it, you're going to get wrecked, man. Trust me, you are going to get wrecked. You have to enjoy the process, guys. You have to fall in love with the process of doing the analysis and waiting for those trades to come to you. All right. Now, something else that I found has really helped me is having some kind of a routine when it comes to your trading. And this goes along with the discipline aspect. For me, my routine every single day is basically I am waking up, I am praying for 20 minutes, half an hour, I'm studying the Bible, I am doing some form of exercise, and then I will have some coffee, and then I will come to the charts. And that is my morning routine for trading. You have to be in the right mind space to do this. If you're feeling sick, tired that day, depressed, I would not even come to the charts, right? Once you get these 3 things dialed in, guys, then I am convinced that your trading will change. If you're having struggles, if you can honestly look at yourself in the mirror and say, you are doing all 3 of these things, I would be shocked if you were losing money. At the very most, at the very least, I should say, you'll probably be breaking even, abiding by these 3 things. And then as you learn, you will get better and better and more profitable. Guys, I am partnering with an exchange called MEXC right now. They are giving me special promotion right now where you can, let's see if I can't zoom out a little bit. They're giving me a special promotion where they right now are giving Jason Casper, if you sign up for my affiliate link, 0% limit order fees and 33% off market order fees. This is a good exchange. I've been talking to them for a while. I've been using the exchange now for a while, and they have very, very good liquidity. If you are a trader, they have really good liquidity, and they do have some good bonuses for people who are signing up through my affiliate link. Okay, this is not, I'm not trying to shill an exchange or get you to trade if you don't know how to trade. Please, if you don't know how to trade, do not sign up for this exchange and do not deposit money onto this exchange. If you know how to trade and you are looking for some deals on fees, I really like the interface on this exchange. I really like the mobile app on this exchange. You can check it out, guys. Link in the description of the video. That is it for today's video, guys. May God bless all of you. In the name of Jesus the Messiah, I pray everybody is very, very blessed. Even if you're not religious, I still pray that God bless you. And I will see everybody in the next video. Peace.